Ladies and gentlemen, you're all welcome to this special broadcast. Thank you for watching. We have some important package today for you guys. All my viewers across America, across Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, across La Republic, across Africa, you're all welcome. Today, we want to talk about the AMnesty International report that was an outdated report of the recent killing in Big Babanki, the killing in Ikona, the killing in Bello. I'll bring up the interview that with the Voice of America interviewed President Chris Ano, the President of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, and you listen to the interview, then we'll come back to that. The interview was about the genocide and how Amnesty International could not give an updated report. You know, they're instead talking about the past massacre that happened before, like the Ngabu massacre. We all know the Ngabu massacre. We know all the different, the Kumbo, you know, the Oku. So let's listen to the president during this interview, and I will come back to it.
Good morning, Africa. Welcome to Daybreak Africa from the Voice of America. I'm James Botti in Washington. Today is Wednesday, July 5th. And here are some of the stories we are covering. The leader of the interim government of Ambazonia, an Anglophone separatist group in Cameroon, says Amnesty International's latest report is one-sided. In its report released July 4th, Amnesty International said Cameroon's security forces, separatist rebels, and ethnic militiamen committed atrocities in the country's northwest region, one of two Anglophone regions seeking independence from the French-speaking country. Chris Ano, the leader of the interim government of Ambazonia, tells me the report is outdated and later with indictments of the separatists.
I would like to say that Amnesty is selling after the market. I have read their report. It has two problems. Number one, it is dated all the way back to 2021. In other words, it is dealing with events of 2021. Number two, it is littered with indictments of the separatists. Number three, there have been, for the past 6 months, severe attacks by the Cameroon military against civilians. In the past 3 weeks alone, over 100 people have been killed in a town called Big Babanki, in Boyo, and in Ikona. Amnesty is not alerting the world of this carnage that is taking place in these towns. That is a problem with your report.
But Chris, the report does make mention of Cameroon military atrocities also.
Well, that is not enough when you have over 100 people killed in the last 3 weeks and they are still talking about what happened in 2021. There is a problem there. I think they should update themselves and work in accordance with the times. We are talking about over 100 people killed in 3 weeks. And Amnesty is still reporting about 2021. The Cameroon military has committed more atrocities within 3 months than maybe all of 2021. They have burned homes, they have killed people in their homes, and they have brought down whole towns and villages, and we're not getting anything. I think the Amnesty is just trying to avoid talking about the present, because by the time it is 1 more year and they write about it, there is no longer any effect or impact.
You're talking about the crimes you think the military committed. Amnesty says that your group also committed crimes, particularly against this group called the Bororo community, which is made up of Fulani herders.
If you read that report, you would also realize that Amnesty also stated that the Mbororos, equipped by the Cameroon government soldiers and mixed with the Cameroon government soldiers, went about in the same community killing and raping Ambazonians. In fact, the report states that a woman is testifying there who says she ran into her home after seeing the army approaching with a bororo. She ran into her home, locked up herself with the daughter, but they came, broke the door, went into it, raped her, took her out, and in the detention center where they were for over 2 months, they saw some other women. They were raped on a daily basis by the Borolo Fulanis.
Chris, thank you so much. A pleasure to speak with you always. Thank you very much. The leader of the interim government of Ambazonia, an Anglophone separatist group in Cameroon, says Amnesty International's latest report is one-sided.
That was a report. And as you have heard, you know, Amnesty International is a respectable organization that handles crimes, genocide, mass killing, and all those against humanity. But from the interview, you can hear that President Chris Ano is trying to express his discontent about the recent report of Amnesty International that was more of an old 2021 report. But we just saw the killing of the recent killing in Big Babanki. It's not an Amnesty International report. You see, so there is a lot of some kind of political gimmicks going on, because you cannot see a mass killing of this nature. You don't write about it, but you are writing all, you know, even though these are past massacre, like Ngabu massacre, we all know Ngabu, we all know Ekona massacre, we all these massacres are everywhere. The people of Southern Cameroon have suffered, and for the last 3 months, and these recent weeks, we have seen so many killings. You know, more than 100 people have died, but the Amnesty International have not put that in their recent report. That is why the journalist of VOA was questioning the president. But you hear his report. Amnesty is even mentioning the Ngabu, the Mbororo. The Mbororos were hired and equipped by the Cameroon government to come and cause chaos within that area. Okay, we hear that they were killing and raping our women and children, and this is going on as we speak. This is not something that has ended. Okay, hundreds of civilians had to flee this recent Big Babanki. They flee from the Big Babanki and they were moving towards Bambui. They arrived in Bambui. And this is how the violence in Big Babanki and Bello has caused so many children, women and children, young women and children are taking bush path through the bushes just to arrive to Mbamenda and Bambui. Okay, this is going on, and if the international community or Amnesty International that has that capacity to report such events, if they cannot report it, who is going to report this kind of events? Because Amnesty International is charged with the duty of safeguarding their lives, making sure that during crisis, they are the one who gives report of war crimes, right? But of recent, we have not seen any report from them. Okay, so what can we say about this? Because this is a sign that they have past report, like the one they write violence and human rights violation. Okay, another one they write crackdown in Anglophone Cameroon is worsening crisis. And another one they say Anglophone regions gripped by deadly violence. Another one they say a 10 for the worse, violence and human rights violation. So they should up their game. It means that they should update their reports. They are saying this, but they don't have any mechanism to hold La Republic accountable, right? Like penalties and sanctions and, taking membership off, So, the one that we understand that the U.S. government did was AGOA. Okay, that trade between Africa and America. Cameroon was taken out of it, and that was a good move by the United States. Okay, we are also looking at other ways that the Republic can be sanctioned that can bring them to the negotiation table, because if they are not put to order, they'll keep killing, and that is, if you kill without any accountability or nobody hold you to account, you keep doing the same thing. But it has reached a point where La Republique has to be held for its continuous crime against our people. This is just going out of hand. Look at how they are burning houses. This is what the work of the soldiers. Amnesty International is not reporting this.
Yeah, today the 24th of June 2023. Now the houses where La Public terrorists are born today. Maybe the way see what did they happen. 5 civilians they down. A man in houses, a businessman don't manage his life. Look up put a down. So I mean the whole way they see it's what Ambazonia they pass through each day. From this town to the next town, from this village to the next village, each day, and so that they do. Yeah, today the 24th of June 2023. Now the houses where La Public terrorists are born today. Maybe the way see what did they happen. 5 civilians they down.
So this is an example of the work of the La Republic soldiers. They will go to a village. They send the people away. They burn their houses, and these are not fighters. These are not the homes of. These are innocent civilians, women and children. They will go and burn their houses. They have done. This is the Scotch Earth policy for the past 7 years. Is still going on till date, and nobody is saying anything. And all what they'll do is, people cannot be in their house, in their own country. Another person come from outside, come and attack you. Then they call it violence on both sides. People are defending themselves. All the ARFs, the Ambazonian Restoration Council fighters are not professionals. Many, if not all of them, never went to any professional training. So they are just youths who want to take back their country. They are determined to take back their country. Yes. So it's not something that it should be difficult to do, but we are saying that these professional guys who come from La Republique to Cameroon, these soldiers, this is their own work that they do. This is what Amnesty International, the United Nations Security Council has to condemn, because you cannot go to fight a war and you instead want to do a Scotch Earth policy. A Scotch Earth policy is against the International Human Rights Convention. Okay, you cannot go to a country, instead of doing what is right, you are killing the people, you are burning their houses, you are doing that. Then you instead put it under, you say it is violence on both sides or whatever. So these are the crimes that we say that should be sanctioned. La Republic should be sanctioned, giving sanctions. And like they did for AGOA, like the American government also did for visa ban. This should continue. Okay? They should not do this. And they do this every time, every day. It is still ongoing. More than 500 villages I mean, 500 villages have been burned down. People are being burned alive, women and children for that matter. So what other crime do the international community want to see that this Liberal military have not committed? What other crime? They still keep killing every day. Okay? The people who are defending themselves, they say they are committing crimes on both sides. You go to somebody's house, you are killing the person, sending the people away. Then you say, oh, they are killing on both sides. It's funny because you cannot see people who are leaving their homes. These are the people who are trekking long distances because the Republic military went to these villages. This is Big Babanki. They went to these villages, start shooting. People were running with the barrel of the gun. This is it. And you see these people, they will trek long distances to arrive Bambui or Bamenda for safety. Are these people military or fighters? No, they are civilians. And that is against the Geneva Convention that we always talk about. We have been talking about the Geneva Convention that is against, when there is a war, then the Geneva Convention stipulates that there should not be any crime against women and children whatsoever. Be it kidnap, be it rape, be it whatever. Women and children are out of the picture. But see what the Republic is doing. Do they care whether there are women and children? No, they don't care. They don't care. They can go to anywhere and kill the women and rape women and do whatever they can. We are calling on the international community to work on this because it is going out of hand. This is just crazy because when you see what's going on, what can you say? It's just going out of proportion. Let me show you this one that this bar. Let me show you this one. I don't know why that thing go. No, this one. I'm trying to show this newspaper. They say soldiers unleash terror on population. This is newspapers that they cannot hold their peace because the Republic government has bribed all those other newspapers. This one, they could not hold their peace. They say, no, this one they will report. Soldiers, it means Cameroon soldiers, unleash terror on population. I say for the past 3 weeks, they have killed more than 3 to 4 dozen people. And they keep killing. These are newspapers saying. So when this other one say, what, Anglophone crisis, carnage, as soldiers kill 12 civilians. But this is false because they're trying to reduce the number that were killed to dampen the pressure from the international community. There's more than 100. More than 100 people killed. Okay. And this is something that is continuous. Okay. It's continuous. Now, La Republique General has been fired and sent to early retirement. Why? Because he criticized Ataganji. The general's name is Esengambo. He sent a verbal warning to Atanganji inside during a church service. The general now said that he is not respected. The general said that he has been sidelined in decision making by Atanganji and other government officials. And it seems that the pastor of that church is a bit close to Atanganji, or the general wanted the pastor to send his message to him. Okay. When you hear the general, let me play an excerpt of the general. It's in French, but I'll translate it. This is the general. This is the man. He has been sent to early retirement just because he made that statement.
Pasteur, une fois de plus, je vous dis que c'est vous, nos protecteurs de notre moralité. Je parle de dans un temps. Vous voudrez bien dire, j'ai suivi avec beaucoup d'intérêt la correspondance du ministre de l'administration territoriale. Vous voudriez bien lui dire que dans un problème où un général de division a mis son nom, il ne saurait me traiter d'individu sans foi ni loi. Je le dis devant le bon Dieu. Il n'en a pas le droit. Il n'en a pas le droit de traiter un général nommé avant lui. Et peut-être qu'il partira avant lui. Je suis général toute ma vie. Vous êtes là pour nous protéger. Nous ne voulons pas la guerre dans ce pays.
Yeah, so let me. This general is saying that Atanganji does not give him power to carry out his function. Okay, it means that everything has been centralized. Everything is coming back from Yaoundé. All these people who call themselves generals and all, they don't have powers no more. Power has been taken from them. Okay, because at this juncture there is what we call transition. This transitional period, those people in Yaoundé, they want to stay in power. So they don't want anybody that will just touch that power. Power is so sweet to them that they don't even want anybody that will just voice. This man is complaining to a pastor in church. He's a general. I don't know if complaining to a pastor is not good enough than to carry a military coup. The people in that government are so greedy that this man must have given his own suggestion that he wanted the crisis in Ambazonia to end, right? But because of these people's greed, they want to continue the war so that they will take their advantage of that war to stay in power, okay? Because if they stop the war now, all this military will go to La Republique and they will focus now on power, on the power transition. So these people in power now are using this war in Ambazonia like a distraction, so that people should say, wow, they are fighting for the country's sovereignty. Then they're giving them, then they go ahead. So that they should stay there and keep fighting. You see the target, the logic behind this general. His name is called General Esengambo. Okay, he is complaining. He said that he's not happy with the way things are now. That since he became a general, even before Atanganji even became minister, he has been a general. So he said they are not being contacted to give their own feedback on key issues. Okay, so the general is crying about the mistreatment from the administration, right? Atanganji, yes, he is the minister of territorial administration, so he has powers over them, but it doesn't mean that he should not consult them. Okay? And the powers that Atanganji has now, he has gone beyond even sending this guy to early retirement. This guy has been sent to early retirement just because of him. Look at this is in they are fighting there to look at them. There is problem in the country. As you look at this is the police in thing is Sang Malima also one area there in the you there is problem everywhere. They are fighting. There is we know that they will be we know that there will be continuous fighting like this in the months ahead because of power tussle and any protest, any civil disobedience that want to happen, they will quell it down. That's what they are doing. So they don't want any civil protest because anything that would destabilize their government, because they are looking now for Biat now to end his reign in 2024. From then they will prepare now a new leader. That's what they are doing. There's no election. They're already preparing. That's why they don't want any general, any military to disturb their plans. You see, that is a problem. They don't want it. Any military that want to try to destabilize them, they will look for means to pull you down. That's what they're doing. So it's just important for us to understand this, because many things happen and they don't. Now we have these people who say that they are bringing people from some areas that have resigned or they left the battle. They say that these are the people that look at them. These people, we have seen them about 3 or 4 times. The Republic is going to some villages and carrying people, let them come and say they have surrendered. La Republic, they are all, these people are good at propaganda and thievery, corruption. These guys are not fighters. You see, last time they went to Pamo and collected some guys there, they said workers in Pamo, they say, oh, these are Ambazonian restoration forces who have surrendered. No, it's a lie. The Ambazonian restoration forces are very resilient. Okay? They will just go and pick some people, then go and say, these are people who have surrendered. Then they send them to DJI center. They begin and blockade and gateau to eat. That's all they do. And at the end of the day, they'll use them now, give them army uniform to go and fight. You know, that's how they are recruiting our own people now in the army, because they know that our people don't want to join their army no more. Ambazonian parents should not send their children to go and join this army, Cameroon army, because they will use you. At the end of the day, they will still kill you, and they'll be sending the youth to those battlefields. Yes, let them send their people. If they want to win the war, let them send their own people, because they are the one enjoy the resources of our people. You're going to be fighting for people who will not even think about you. How many of our people that have worked so hard with this government, where are they today? They are gone. Look at the way Frundi died. Who took care of Frundi? Nobody. Look at the way Bandam died. Look at the way Senator Kemende died. All these are people who tried to bring peace, but they were killed silently. From Mayor Ekema going down to these people who were trying to fight for the government, but they don't know that. Where are the Namberes, General Nambere, the Nkomo success, who went to Yaoundé, carried guys from Nigeria to that, to help that government. But where are they today? Nowhere to be found, right? Those are the kind of thing that we are talking about, and you see that happening in most of our people. The ones that are going to beg for money, like the how they call that one? Those are names even. Yeah. They go to Yaoundé to beg for money, and they'll go and stand in long line. I saw the photo. I was really sad for our people. Yeah. Now, the fact that we know that most of our people are being killed there, the international community does not care about what is going on. Okay. Now, our people should know we are fighting this just fight because we know that our path towards victory is clear. There is no, La Republic cannot sit on the negotiation table. Even though they have explained to them that this fight, they cannot win this fight militarily. They are just trying to, this is what I call just trying to buy time. Okay? Buy time. And at the end of the day, they will have no way because they can. You saw they have run all this. They ran away from the Switzerland negotiation, ran away from Canada negotiation. They don't want negotiation because they know that they don't have a case. Okay, they don't have any case. What are they going to present? Okay, the African High Court. The African High Court has passed a judgment that the Republic should respect their boundaries and independence. They should respect that. Okay, it's the same thing that they passed during the Bakassi crisis between Nigeria and Cameroon. They asked them who's the owner of this land, this Bakassi. They say this land does not belong to Cameroon. It belongs to these people of southern Cameroon. So it was very clear that people who come and claim your land, they don't have no document, because if you have a land, they don't have a pillars and land certification of that land. How do you claim that land is yours, right? Because we have a genuine land that has been granted independence. Our land, our country was granted independence. So now we're just trying to restore. It's the restoration. So people should not be confused between those two. When you restore something, it means that the thing had already existed. Okay, it existed before. You're just restoring what has been there. Okay, it's not like other countries that. And that is why the international community respects our fight. Okay, you can hear, you can see even someone like Tibor Nagy. Tibor Nagy who is a former American Undersecretary of State of African Affairs, is saying that we have a genuine cause, and he's saying that the Cameroon government cannot win this war militarily. They cannot. They cannot. Even though we are saying that our people died, so many people died in this month, it has also been the bloodiest month of La Republic military too. Of course. But instead of them fighting with the Ambazonian resistance fighters, they are going to look for civilians to kill and burn their houses. These guys that they go and collect that they surrender, these are not Amazonian resistance fighters. They'll just go and pick guys from the village, guys who they want propaganda, you know. The Republic is just buying time. They are using our people as a shield for many things. Okay, these ones, they might be workers of some of those companies. They will tell them, if you don't go and do this, they will sack you from work. That's what they will tell them. And what do? You just say, let's go. You go and come, they will snap them, put them outside there. At the end of the day, they are not real fighters. Their parents and their people will be looking for them. But at the end of the day, La Republic is just using them as a tool, as a propaganda tool. Okay, we know all those who are really fighting for this struggle. You know, it's a genuine fight. Okay, that is why the American government has even given what this visa this thing. Okay, if you come to America, you have amnesty. You have visa for you for like they gave to Ukraine. They call it temporary protected status. Okay, TPS. There are very few countries in Africa that are that are given this privilege. So we are very privileged to have the TPS. We are privileged for the American government to give La Republic government officials visa ban. We are also privileged for the American government to give military ban, military suspension. Okay, American government used to support the Cameroon government for military support and all those things, but when they realized that what they are sending to them, they were training them to go and fight the Boko Haram in the north, but they realized that the Cameroon government was using it but to Ambazonians in the Ambazonian crisis. So the American government stopped their military support. Okay, they also suspended Cameroon from the AGOA, okay, the African American Free Trade this thing. So at one point we saw how the Cameroon government was begging American government to be to reinstate its membership, right? It's because it had an effect. All these are little sanctions that the American government has put in place. Okay, so when people don't even know about this crisis, they are talking some flimsy things. They don't even know the hardcore of this crisis. They don't know nothing. Okay, this thing is an international crisis. It's not a local crisis that a small fool like one they call Mula, whether Munja or how they call that one. Just go and be arresting civilians there and mighty them. We call them those are ARF, those are Amazonian Restoration Forces. No, go and arrest CDC workers and say they are Amber Boys or they are. Those are local level interaction. That's why you hear the president talking today about AMnesty International. AMnesty International is a high level organization that is attached to the United Nations. So their reporting should match what is on the ground. Because they have representatives all over. They have representatives in Cameroon. But if they are doing this, it means that La Republic is doing that. They are what they know best: pay to play. They'll pay you to change the story. They'll pay you to do some propaganda. Okay, they have the money that La Republic has spent in this war is just beyond expectation. Look at the war going on there. That's it. terrible. This is the general, and you see like this man might be killed at any time from now, because it looked like the general that wanted to overthrow Putin of recent in Russia, and the man had to surrender. You see, this man might be targeted now because, for one, they have given him very, very fast retirement. He's going for retirement. Okay? He's going for retirement, and that kind of retirement is a forceful retirement. He was not ready. Only that statement that he made on in the during the church service. Okay? Most of the people who are in this government don't have a say. If Atanganji, who is the Minister of Territorial Administration, can even have powers, they give some few minister powers that can even power more than the Prime Minister. Who is the Prime Minister? The Prime Minister don't have a say. The Prime Minister don't have a say. He can just pass some laws and people can say, okay, he is a Prime Minister, but he doesn't have any say. Okay, he doesn't have any say. He's just like a puppet leader. Okay, and that is what is going on there. But be mindful of what you do, because our people are being killed. We saw the Boyo, we saw Big Babanki, we have seen Ekona, we have seen Oku, we have seen Kumbo. So many places that our people have been killed en masse. And any mass killing is called genocide. It's called genocide. And there's no other way we can describe this. And this is about Ambazonian people's land that somebody is coming from outside to come and take. You understand? And claiming that you must stay with us. So I'm just saying, we saw the other time they carried about 100 boys to some other location, from one location to another. Then the other time they carried so many boys from Ikona. Then we saw now how the Ikona women rose and said enough is enough. And what did they? The Republic government had to release all these boys. So sometimes the local community should stand up, because if 15 military, they are only 15, but that community has about 200,000 people or 100 people or what. It's just to come out and take all of them down, because these people, just because of their gun, people are afraid of them. But they will not come to a community, burn your houses, kill your own people, then you watch them go. Look at, you watch them, they are burning your house, you allow them go. How many of them, any community they go, they can overpower them? They cannot allow them to be killing, be doing all the atrocities, then they go freely. The community they are only running. They are running. Look at them. Go. Ask them, where are they going to now? To another place. Look, carrying their bags and their things. Look at women and children. Then you say, no, these people don't own the land. We own the land. So they don't have any rights. They are just using their gun to frighten you people. But at the end of the day, there are communities that if these people go, even 30 of them, communities that have 100 people can arrest the whole these people. Yes. Don't be afraid of that. They are nonsense. The communities that have many people can, if these people come without their truck, you surround them like that. Yes, you surround them. Say, okay, let's go. They will not do anything. Don't mind that they are thing that they're doing. And that's how communities will be doing. They'll go to one community, if they count them, there are 10 of them. They just surround all of them. Yes, they'll surround all of them. Seize all their guns. No one, and if they go to different, that's how they'll be doing them now. Because they cannot go and kill our people like that every time. Then you people are watching them burning houses, killing the. There are times that they will shoot that they are gone like that. It will not go. Yes, they will shoot like that. Pa pa pa. It will not go. Yes, our people will be showing them some samples. But I just want to thank you guys for watching. We'll be coming next in other episode to highlight on that. But I want to thank you guys for being there. Thank you for watching, and God bless you. Stay blessed as we watch the struggle unfold. Thank you very much.